Folks, I want to talk about something still about aliens and UFOs and, things. Um, but I'm done already because if God tell me this is real, they are real, then it's end of story. But yeah, I will go on like how you people will get this in your mind while you never saw that kind of thing. That's already not possible. Never this can come into your mind if you did not see it. So people have seen these things so to describe it. You understand? You must see it first to understand it and to create it, in your mind. But if you do not know, yeah, you never will know because you never will think about it. You understand? Even if it do exist and you never saw it, yeah, you will never know. That's how we see this. That's why they did make movies in this kind of aircraft things and UFO people and all that kind of things. So they do understand that they are real, or else there never will be a movie about it. You understand? So that's how we see it is. So all the things you see in this world, it do exist. You understand? You cannot take this kind of things in your mind, what was never there. It's not possible. First, you need to see it with your own eyes so that you will understand it's real. And that's also the thing I'm going for. First, I need to see, but when God says so, yeah, then it's like that, folks. I don't have to see it because blindly I follow God. You understand? And God told me, so it's real. That's what God said. It's real. So I don't have to speak with you about it, so that you will be convinced, con, 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 convinced that it is real. I know it's real because God told me so. I try to convince you, but I don't have to convince myself because God told me so. So these things are real, folks. They are real, and they are here, and they can go into portals. These are short ways for a long distance of traveling. There are portals in this universe, and these are just short ways, and that's also real. I also saw portals, folks. So it's all very real, but you people need to be convinced by seeing this thing for yourself, and then you will understand that it is real. You understand? As long you look at movies, you can think, yeah, man, that's not real. Because these are movies. But people did make this kind of movies, so some kind of truth lay in about it. Or else, how the people can fantasize about this thing and how they look like with black eyes and all that kind of thing. So they must know something. And that's why you see now all the creepy movies about these things, you know. But I still say to you, if you like to see a real UFO like that, it must be more fast than the speed of light when it disappears. Then you will understand it's not a drone or something. so that you do have really evidence, proof. Folks, if I see a thing like this, I go through it, and I make pictures in front of it when I'm standing there and talking and all that kind of things. I show you precisely what I just did have filmed, you know. And if I need to fight with this kind of things, yeah, you also will see me fight with that thing. That's how easy it is, because I'm running for nothing, folks. And to show you that it is real, I do this easy. You understand? I can talk with God, so I can talk with them. They do have a lot of knowledge and technology inside of them, so I can talk with them. You know, I never did talk with one. I only talk with God. You understand? But if some creepy things come to me like that, I can talk with it. You know, it's easy. It's just a mind thing. You need to know how to do it, and it's very easy to talk with the people. But they really do exist. It's real, folks. It's no joke. They make movies out of it and all that kind of things, and they cover up stories they don't want to tell and all that kind of bull, but it's true bullshit. It's true. And I know that all the high people, high soldiers and all that kind of things, and presidents, yeah, they all know about it. It's not only Trump and other people, no, the whole world, all these rich high people, they know about it. Like I told you, they know about it, because God did show me that way. That all they know, but they all may not talk, or they will be killed, or not be believed. But most of the times, people who see that kind of things, yeah, they do not live long. They will be killed, because it need to be stay secret. But this will change, folks. Everything will come into the light of God, on the table of truth. God will put that table in your, how you call this? In your world. The table of truth, with God behind it, and you people under it. You will understand I'm talking like this, that it is very truthful. But me also, folks, I can only come to you, I can tell you that it is true because God taught me. But do you understand that I do walk with God? Do you think that I lie, or, And this is the question, That is your question. It's not my question. I know I do walk with God. But you don't know. You think I lie this thing. You understand? Yeah, I do understand that you people think like this. Because also you think like this about UFOs and its creatures, what is in it, and make any light and color of light and all that kind of thing. And that's why you never did see it with your own eyes. But that's the same thing with God. You never saw him ever with your own eyes. So you never can talk about it because you never saw it. And I'm telling every day I walk with God. I did see him many times, and I know many ways, and I know many things, and I know many smells, colors, and all that kind of things, But God used, and who God is, and that God is a spirit, and he also can be in flesh and blood, and all that kind of things, He is like you see aliens, you understand? He is something else, something you do not understand and you never will. It's yeah, it's a spiritual thing. It's a very nice spirit. But I can tell you all the time, yeah, folks, it do exist, like God do exist, like the aliens do exist. But if you never saw it with your own eyes, yeah, you never can tell me, yeah, I believe you, man, that you do walk with God and that it is real. Now you need to see it yourself so that you will understand what I saw. You understand? And I saw all those things. But I also saw the world go down and upside down and blood coming over this world and I'm in with my knees in it and all that kind of things in your blood. This is also a story you will never believe till you start to understand it start to happen. Or else you never will tell me, yeah man, I believe you. I go for it completely because I trust you in the thing you say. You know, you never will tell me because it's too far from your mind and too deep, too high, not understandable what I'm talking about. You understand? So I understand that you react like this. I understand. I also will do the same if I hear someone talking like I do right now. But I'm the one who talk like this and no one else. You understand? So if I hear someone talking who talk like me, I do understand him very well. I know he speak the truth. You know? And then he also know that I speak the truth. Because we are the same. We tell the same. We saw the same. We do the same. We talking, we working in the same way. We working for the same spirit. You understand? Then it become more easy. So first, folks, you need to see before you will understand that it is real. Or else, yeah, you always can say, yeah, I think it's real, but you don't know for sure. You understand? You help me to say, yeah, I understand you, man, and this and that and all that kind of things. But deep in your heart, you will say, no, man, you better tell me straight ahead that I'm a liar. Till you see it with your own eyes. Then you can come back to me and will tell me, yeah, you did not lie. And now I saw it myself. It's the truth. And that's precisely what I'm doing here. I try to tell you about everything I saw and experience. And I did get a lot of experience of God, you know. But also, you need to see God to understand God. That He is there. That it is real. And it is with each one of you. As long you did not see it, you do not know it. That's how easy it is, folks. And I understand that you are like that. First you need to see the proof, so that you will understand it's real. Understand? So, but I'm telling you folks, this UFO thing and this lightning and all the kind of colors and all the kind of shit, and what they can do, they can burn things and yeah, it's all real. They can take water out of, and they can go underwater. Why? Because if you go high into the air, you go into very cold air. And this air is freezing air. The higher you go, the more freezing it starts. It starts to freeze, you know. So, yeah. They also can go underwater. And that's the only reason they can go underwater, because they are also in the air. If you look into the air, it's like the underwater world. It's almost the same thing. The air and the water is almost the same thing. It's created by God and by the air where God lives in. And so did make God also the water under you, like a very tropical and very colorful and all that kind of things. Unbelievable sight to see, like you will see in the air if you go deep into the air. You understand? It's the same thing. Like fish in the air, like in the water. You understand? And that's also in the air. But first you need to understand God. You need to know God, and then the explaining I'm doing, you will understand that it is real. The underwater world is created by God because above, in what he saw in the world where he is. You understand? And this is how he did create the world underwater. That's also a world. But a world with lots of dead people you do not even know. Because there is where you will dump in if no one need to know where you are. That they will not find you. Then they throw you into a lake of water, the underwater world. You know, it's also a world. Like this is the world we are living in on the floor. There's also another world underwater, and there's also another world with God and the stars and the moon and the sun and the things. What is there? You know, it's like you see like it's underwater. It's the same thing. I think that's why God did create the underwater world. So he did create 3 worlds. But you will never hear someone talking about this and this kind of things, folks, because, yeah, they really do not walk with God. You know, that's for real. And as long they do not walk with God, they never can talk like me. That's how easy it is. And the story case closed, I will say. Understand? Next subject. So they hiding this thing, you know. I dare to promise you, if you, this whole world, will go to Area 51, all of you will get the truth out of it directly, because these people who will go there with this many, all the people of this world, of the half of this world, so a few billion, you know, then yeah, people will start to talk about it. But you also do have the chance that they will come with it. But when God comes, it definitely will be announced. You understand? Because God do not like lies. So then you will know everything. For the people who are still in that time alive, I don't know when God will come. But he will, that's for sure. He must. There's no way back for God also. So, yeah, like I know it, God know it. Or like God know it, I know it, you understand? So, and I know God must come. There's no way back. But when he will come, yeah, I don't know. It will not take that long anymore. That's for sure. And that's why I'm saying all the time, the last 7 years you get now, we are living in. And these are the most worst years you ever can get. And That's why I will stand in your blood. And I did warn for this. But you never did believe me. You never did go for the real stories what coming out of my mouth. In a very truthfully way. You understand? So yeah. That's your problem. But folks, again, first you need to see it with your own eyes, so that you will understand that it is real. You must touch it, you must feel it, you must know it, you must see it, you must hear the sound, you must smell the smell and all that kind of things. You understand? So that you will understand for sure what you are seeing is real. As long you did not see it, you don't have to believe it. You must see it with your own eyes before you will believe it. And that's always, it was always like that, and it never will change. This is what people are. Period. For sure. And for the people who are not like that, they are stupid. That's also easy. They believe in things that do not even exist. You know? That kind of people. But people who are clearly awake, yeah, they need to see the results. Huh? You understand? And the results will come for their eyes. And they will touch it and smell it and will understand that it is very real. This is for the clever people who will not go for a lie, but for the real truth. And that's why I'm telling you, if I see a UFO or this and all that kind of things, yeah, I will show you it's real. I will take pictures of it and, you know, I will give you the real proof. And what other people like or don't like, yeah, I don't care. If police will come and I am first, then I'm sure I will tell all the people and show all the pictures I did take. You understand? Because police and military police will come to cover it up again. What I did found. You know? But it will not happen with me. I will fight with these things and I will come back with these things to show you that it is real. If it happened to me. You know? And very strange things happened to me. I mean, God did come to me. Who did come to you? Did God come to you? No. Yeah, that's why it's a strange thing for me, you understand? God did come to me. He did chose me to talk in the way I talk right now, or else I never could. That's how easy it is. That's the way it is, you know? But as long you did not see God, and that's the same thing with the aliens or with other things, what people say billions of years ago, and there are billions of stars and in billions of years, and it's not true. It's just a lie. But you people go for it. Yeah? People did go to the moon. Never someone did go to the moon. I'm sure. I saw it myself. So, yeah, this is when you walk with God, you will understand the real truth. But as long you did not see it with your own eyes, you will think that there are people on the moon. And I am telling you, it never did happen. That's how easy it is. I saw it myself. So, yeah, God showed me everything, you know. But to know that God is real, yeah, you need to meet Him. That's all. You need to be touched, or else you never ever will will know if I lie now or speak the truth. So now the most of the people will think, yeah man, you are the biggest liar I ever did hear, because you do not walk with God. You understand? And that's up to you. I know what I saw, and I know what I did get, and I know everything. So I'm not stupid. You hear me speaking very wise language and very good. So what do you think? I'm stupid or something? I may not lie in God's eyes, so I may not lie in yours. You understand? This is coming directly now from God. I may not lie in God's eyes, so I may not lie in you. Or else God will hear that I lie. And then I do lie to God also. Because God hears like you hear. You understand? And these are things directly God is channeling this to me in my mind. You understand? And this is, I get this all the time, folks. For me, it's now normal. But in the beginning, I did become crazy of it because too much input. But now I get the input of God, and directly it go in a good way of thinking. You understand? And directly I start to speak it out. So I hear this thing, and I directly tell you about if I lie in God's eyes, then I lie in you. I may not lie in God's eyes, so I may not lie in you. That's what God just tell me. You know, God is always with me, and He really move me in any way I talk and walk and see the things, hear the things, learn the things, and all that kind of smell, eat, touch, whatever there is. God do this for me. I'm completely with God. That's why I can talk like this. But you need to wait for God to understand that God is real. I can tell you He is real, and you don't have to think about it. But this is for you. You must know that God is real. You need to feel it, to see it, to smell it, so that you will understand what is there in front of you is real. You need to touch it. You need to be with it. You need to talk with it. You know? If you say there is a new man, I did talk with him, then I don't have to understand you because I never did talk with the man. So I will tell you, yeah, bring me the man. It's a new man, so tell me where is the man. If you cannot give me the proof that that man, new man is there, who never was there, then I never will believe you. I need to understand myself that this new man in this world is there. And that's precisely the same thing with God. You understand? But it's also precisely the same thing you think. You first need to see to understand. This is how you learn. You learn by seeing. And your eyes can double cross you easy. So watch out in what you see. Do understand what you see. And look the thing good. If it is far away, then it is on purpose far away. You understand? So that you will not recognize it's an airplane, or it's an UFO, or it's a helicopter, or it's a rocket, a rocket, or whatever, or a light, or a flame, or um, yeah, that kind of things, or weather balloon, or you understand? First, you need to see it so that you can see it very good, not far away that it looks like an alien ship and that it is an airplane. Huh? This, yeah, I see these things so many times, and then I say, yeah, Mom, that is an airplane. That's an airplane with more light. Huh? They put it on it so that you will understand that it is not a normal airplane, but it's a normal airplane, what I saw. I directly, when I saw these lights and all that kind of thing, and the form and all that, I directly saw that it was an airplane. So, yeah, give your eyes the sight to see. But you need to see it before you saw it. And this is also with these alien things. There are many people who will go like a ghost into the woods, and this is not real, because the only spirit I do know is God. God is a real spirit. You understand? But I never saw another spirit. Not on a picture or whatever. It's all lies. It's not true. There is a demon world, and this demon world, these are not spirits. These are real creatures. They are real. And you will understand when they come how real it is. I told you, these are not spirits. These are real creatures. These are creatures. Monsters. And it's real. And they come to, they did fall together with this evil one. And when this evil one did fall, they cannot fly anymore. They are on earth, and God took away their things, they normally could do. So they are stuck on earth, but together with us. And now they try to destroy everything, because they do not have another place to go. But they do know about portals, so they still can travel, because there are portals in this world, but will go into other worlds and other ways, So that's also very real. And they know about it, and they can use it, and you can't, They are very wise, very smart, fast thinking. You need to watch out for them. These are the fallen ones. I call it the pop stars, movie stars, porn stars. And other kind of things in what you think it's not real. But you think this about the aliens, you think this about God, and I can go on with all that kind of stories. As long you did not see it with your own eyes, you don't have to understand it. So you can say all the time that I lie. It's not a problem. I do understand that you think like this. It's understandable. Because if I hear a guy speaking in my way now, and I was not touched by God, then I never will go for these creepy stories and all that kind of bullshit, with this guy who's telling me this kind of thing, you know? No, then I'm the same like you. But I'm the one who's telling you this thing, this creepy thing. And they are most creepy. But you're going to see it with your own eyes. And then you will understand, when you see these things, what I told you, then you will understand, yeah, you are for real. You really do walk with God. You are a child of God. It's really, really true. Yeah, folks, like I told you, I cannot lie to God, so why will I lie to you? God is listening every part of me. Huh? Everything I say, God is listening, and it's coming from God, you know? So it must be the truth what I say. I never can lie, because it comes from God himself. But you don't have to believe me. I never told you, yeah, you must do nothing. You may listen or you may not listen. If you don't want to listen, then don't listen. You are free to go and to come whenever you like. And when you are too late in my eyes, then I will say, yeah, man, go away. You never did listen. You know, this is what I will say when it is time. And you will understand I always did speak the truth. But you did call me a liar all the time. Then I will say, when it is time for you to understand that I did speak the truth, then I will tell you, man, go away. You never did listen to me. You know, it's crazy, folks, that you need to understand in this way that God do exist. I need to explain this hardly, this heavy, so that you will understand that God really do exist. When you see him for yourself and can touch him. You understand? Or else you never will understand that he is even real. But this thing I do not understand. You never did see the devil, but why, how many people are walking with the devil right now? You understand? It's the half of the world who is walking with the devil right now. You understand? Why is that possible? But it's not possible that the other half is walking with God. And you never saw the devil also. Like you never saw God. So how is it possible that you will walk with the devil and not with God? And then you can say to me, yeah, man, God do not exist. And then this with the devil. You never saw the devil, so you never know he exists. Like God. It's the same thing. How is it possible that you can walk with the devil and not with God in that way? How is it possible? I do not understand this. But many of you do walk with God. And some of you, many of you do walk with the devil. And some of you will walk with God, if God wanted that way. It did not happen yet. So no one is walking with God. Only me. But I am the unknown prophet of God. So, yeah, I'm a figure next to God. You understand? I also did not choose for it. But, yeah, God's choice. And I respect God's choice, of course. But you tell me, folks, how many of you do walk with the devil and you do not even know him, because you never saw him, never touched him, and all that kind of things. How many do walk with demons? They never saw demons in their lives. Yeah, from TV and on the internet, in costumes and suits and all that kind of things. You know it from movies, but you never saw it for real. Like the devil, you think you do it, he look like a monster and all that kind of things. No, man, he look like us. He look like God. He look like you and me. He's just yeah, he's the same. Only he can do some more things. You understand? He can make you crazy on a very easy way. Let you believe in things you never did believe in and all that kind of crap, So, yeah, he is very good in this kind of tricky thing. And you all fall for it. But you do not know God, but you also do not know the devil. And you also do not know the fallen ones. And you also do not know the Nephilims and the demons, But you do walk with demons, you do walk with the devil, you do walk with the fallen ones. How is that possible that you do not walk with God? You never saw the devil, and you never saw God. That's for sure. He never did show himself. So you don't know who God is, and you also do not know who the devil is. But how is it possible that you walk with the devil, and that you go for the devil? You must think in the same way then. Like, the devil also do not exist like God. Then I will tell you, yeah, man, that's good. Understand? But many now walk with the devil. How is that possible that you do not walk with God? Because you never saw God, you never saw the devil. These are two special people. Yeah, they never did show themselves. And I'm sure. And also the demons never did show themselves. And the fallen ones also did not show themselves. You understand? These are all things what still need to come. But the helpers of the demons, that are the pop stars, you better watch out, folks. These are also very old people, in what you think they are very young, and very beautiful and sexy. And they are, well, they look like that. But for real they look different, and then you will be shocked. You will run. But you will understand when it is time for this kind of things, folks. It's not yet that time. You never saw God, so you don't walk with God. I understand. But you never saw the devil, and you do walk with the devil. I do not understand. That's very crazy. How is it possible that you can go to that very dark, wild side? Huh? But walking with God, you also never saw God. I'm sure. I saw him, but you never saw him, folks. Like the devil, you never saw him. But you do walk with him, and not with God. I want to put this deep into your mind. That's why I say it a few times, so that you will understand. It is not fair what you do to God. God needs all your love, but the devil gets all the love. Huh? all the love God needs, yeah, the devil get it. And the devil will turn you into what he like. So a murderer or a rapist or a liar or a stealer, a killer, something like that. But you never will go for God. But for the devil, yeah, you go for the devil. But you also never did see the devil. Like God you never saw, like the devil you never saw. Like I told you, these are two figures, they will not show themselves. That's why these two are the last ones who will come on the last moment. You understand? Or else you will never understand. These are the two key figures. Huh? It's God and the devil. These are two bosses. One of this world and one of a world far away from you, but so close by. Because God is on your lips, folks. He's very close by. He's watching. And all the things you ever do, he's watching. He knows everything. And the devil needs cameras to understand what you are doing. Huh? What God can do, he can never do. So he needs other things, so that he will be like God in this world. He tried to be like God. He always did do this. And if you go to his place, then also it looked like the way of God when you go. And yeah, you think the devil is under you, on the floors, but this is not true, man. It's the prince of the air. He is in the air. I did go into the clouds when God did send me to his place. I did go into the clouds. Many clouds. And there's his place. In the clouds. Above you. Not under you. But he is an American citizen. You understand? But he lives in the clouds. There is his empire. Like God's empire is in the stars. It's not in the clouds. But this thing of this evil one is in the clouds. I saw clouds, not stars, clouds. So he's in the air, but much lower than God is. But he is also lower than God is. So he is good there. He must be more low than God. And God is in the stars. Because when I did go to God, to heaven, I saw no clouds. I saw stars. Beautiful. There it is beautiful, folks. It's so peaceful, so quiet, so unbelievable. And I like quiet, you know. yeah, quietness, it learns me a lot. When I become quiet, I can think better and see better, hear better, smell better. Everything goes better, because I become myself. My rest comes into me and I start to think more clear, see more clear, learn. This is what will happen directly when you are alone. You give yourself more rest, and that's what you need to think clearly, definitely in this time. So go to places, folks, where you hear the birds singing and the sun is coming through the trees and all that kind of things, and with a little water, what you can hear and all that kind of, a very easy resting place for you, and find something like this and try this. You will come back different, also different thinking, and you will understand directly, wow man, this is working like a medicine of healing my body and my thoughts and everything, because it's the first time you get your rest you never did get in life. So for people who like to be like me, do like me. You understand? It's what God like. So find a place and a resting place like that, beautiful with flowers or with colors who are coming and all that kind of things, and a little bit water behind you or in front of you, and a nice sight to see with the birds and the wind a little bit through your hair, and oh man, the smell of the water and the air and the trees and the grass you are in and all that kind of thing, or the sand, also do have a smell. You understand? You will also get a better possibility to smell the things, because you completely go into another stadium, a rest stadium, So this is directly what you start to learn. You start to listen better, see better, all that kind of thing. This got everything to do with the stadium of rest. That's what you need. God did show me this thing. It works. It works very well. I cannot tell you if I did not know it myself. You understand? So, for me it works perfectly. So from time to time, I do this in the summer. I go to places in what I think, wow, that's a nice, easy place, no people, but nature is completely in the way I like it. Find these places, folks. You will get on that moment already another life, another way of thinking and seeing things, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. Everything starts to change. Things in your body start to change. You can feel it. And there are healthy places like that, folks. Jesus also did do this many times. You understand? I do precisely the same things Jesus did do. Jesus also did like this thing. That's why he did do it, because he did like it so much. No people around it and all that kind of thing. Completely alone. You know, he did do this many times, by the way. It did give him a lot of rest. And that is what is good for you. It keeps you better alive than ever before. It works. It works in your health and all that kind of things. You know, it really works. Now you listen to this and you need to think, man, I'm gonna do that. Let's see what will happen. Find places like this, but precisely like I say, with the birds and the flowers and the grass and the water behind you or in front of you, a little bit sand, the trees and the smell of the trees, and it must be nice weather, you know. Not that you go in a storm or where there's a lot of rain and all the thunder and lightning and all that kind of shit. No. Don't do it then, because then it do not work. It's the same place still, but yeah. It's not in rest. Not for you, but also not for nature there on that moment. You understand? It's restless. So if you are there then you become hopeless. So listen to this thing, folks. It's very important. You need to take your rest and find this kind of places. It will heal you. It will make you thinking in a better way and all that kind of thing. You need your rest right on time. Always do this. And definitely when it is summer or the spring, you know, the summer start. Yeah, try to find that kind of easygoing places where no one else will go. So it must be your place. There are that kind of places no one ever go, because they will never think like you. That's why they are not there. If they think like you, then you are not alone. Huh? But then also you can sit together, if you like. But I do not recommend this. I recommend completely alone. Find that kind of place and stay alone. And if someone comes, yeah, you cannot say, yeah, this is my place, go away. You cannot say. It's a public place. Everybody can sit there and all that kind of thing. But yeah, you know it yourself. But maybe you will become angry that you are not alone, you know. You would like to be left alone. I do understand, but yeah, then come back another time or find another place. Stay easy. It's important that this thing what I'm telling you right now. And I'm telling you folks, it works like a medicine. Like you are visiting a new doctor who do have new things, what works. You understand? It works. Go to places like that and listen to the birds, what they do say and all that kind of things. How they whistle with each other and all that kind of, you know. In time I did not walk with God, I never did listen to the birds. I never did listen to the wind. I never did know this kind of things, you know. But the first time when I did start to walk with God, I was outside and I heard the birds singing. And I thought, whoa, man, now that I do walk with God, it's the first time I hear the birds singing. Do you understand why I hear the birds singing now and not in before this ever? Because I never was alone. I always did go everywhere and talking and you know. But now the first time I was alone, and now I tell the people who are not alone, and sometimes a bird come in by my door and he start to make the most beautiful whistling concert ever, you know. And then I say to the people, you listen to the bird, what he is, what he can do with his voice and all that kind of things. But they are too busy with themselves, you know. But some people did come to me and did say to me, yeah man, he really can, where did it come from? Because, yeah, if people can catch this kind of thing, they put it in a cage. Eh? This little bird is a grey bird or something. He is very little, but this thing can sing, and where it come from, I don't know. But it can sing is really unbelievable. Or whistle, you know, whistle in many kind of voices and things, you know, beautiful. Like a parrot or, you know. So, but it's very little. You cannot understand what kind of voice this little thing do have and what he can do with it. Unbelievable. And the first time I like to understand where it is, but it was next for me. I did not see it. This is how little this thing is. But then I thought, what is it, this little bird? I almost cannot see it. This type of voice it do have? What kind of bird is it? I did not understand it. And I still do not understand what the name of the bird is, but I think it do not even come from here. It comes from a tropical land or something, you know. But this thing can sing, and every year it's there. Every summer it sing in the morning for me, you know. And I also get this on video. You also can hear it. But the next time when I hear this little thing, yeah, I will put my camera outside so that you will hear what I mean. This little bird can sing like no other little bird can, you know, and it's, for me it's very special. It did give me a lot of joy listening to that bird, you know, very effective little bird. But when I saw it for the first time, unbelievable, so little, and how is it possible that you can get a voice like that? But they do not have colors, and it's like gray with black or something, you know, like a house bird, but then more little than that. It's really a little bird, very little. You almost cannot see it. And it was in a tree next for my eyes. I did not see it. I only did hear where the sound did come from. And then I needed to look very good. Where is the sound? And then I saw it. And then I thought, that is not that thing what do this. I guess it's another bird. So I did look first for another bird. And then I hear it sing again. But then I also see it open its mouth and all that kind of thing, you know. And then I understand, oh, it's that little bird. It is that little bird. Unbelievable that they do have a voice like that. So little and then that voice. But it did give me a lot of joy. And when it comes back, yeah, I will show you. I will let you hear the bird sing. Then you can hear it yourself. Because you also think that this is a lie. But I'm telling you folks, I never tell lies. You understand? So I will promise you when the bird come back, I hear it, then I will give you that voice of that bird. You understand? Because it's always coming, February, March, April, something like begin March, April, something like this, and then it stay till it become too hot, and then it goes. But it's coming in the spring, the bird. I will give you the sound of that little bird, so that you will understand. Oh yeah, man, this thing can really sing. Yeah, it can do many things. Many ways of whistling and singing, and it just know many songs, you know, but they're all different. But you need to listen to it yourself. If you listen to this, then you will say, yeah, man, this is really strange that it is in Holland, you know. I think it's strange that such a good singing bird is in Holland. But also this did start when I started to walk with God, because that's the first time I started to use the 100% of my mind. I never did do. So I did figure out things. I never did figure out because I never did go for it, you know. Yeah, it was not interesting for me. Quietness and all that kind of what I'm telling you now, you know. But when you are with God, you will understand and you will find that kind of places. And if you cannot find it, then God will help you. But yeah, God will help me, not you, because you do not walk with God. But I can tell you what God did give me, and you can go for it or don't go for it. You don't have to believe me on my word, but you will believe me in God's word. And God's word comes out of my mouth, you know. But when you hear God for real, yeah, you will understand. But the next time when I hear this bird, I will let you hear here on the internet. I also will try to find the little bird, what the name is and all that kind of things, you know. Then I will make a picture in what you see now with the stone and with a lookalike God and earth, but then you will see that bird and the name of it, if I can find it. I also am ready to do that. But I don't know. This bird is just very little. I never saw it in my life before. Because, yeah, it did not. I don't care. It was maybe there all the time, but I never did hear it. But now that I do walk with God, I hear a lot more. Because I use my brains. Then you get a lot more inside than what you did get before. Because in that time your life was just different. So you did miss a lot. Also in nature. You can learn a lot from nature. You can learn more from nature than from people. Because nature never lies to you. And people always do.